see some skill. When you've got people like Lachlan Lamb, Matt Moylan on the field, you've got Jack Wellesby, Lewis Dodd coming up with some amazing plays. We're going to see some skill as well as some brutality tonight.
Yeah, Lachlan Lamb is just everything for Leigh, isn't he? Top of the try assist in Super League. He creates everything for that left edge. So I'll emphasise against Sione Matawi and John Bennison, naive positional defenders are going to have some big calls to make. But whoever wins that physical battle in the middle of the field is going to put the best foot forward here.
I'll throw another name at you. When he's on his game and playing at his best, few are more attractive to watch than Matt Moylan. But there has been times towards the end of this season, as Leigh's form has picked up, that Matt Moylan's individual performances haven't matched him.
He's been very poor defensively. I think he's come up with far too many errors for a player of his quality. But when the ball's in his hands, you've got to be aware as a defender. He's one of the slickest attackers in this league. Defensively, yeah, not great. Under the high ball, not being great, but when he's got ball in hand, he's going to score, he's going to create.
He's used to big atmospheres. Is he a big game player? Like, is it underwhelming? Is this what he needs? Does he want this atmosphere? Is he going to relish this atmosphere? And is he going to take advantage of it, Brian? He's played in the biggest stage of all.
He will be no stranger to intense moments like this. And neither will many of the players on show here tonight on Sky Sports. Let's get ready for Frantic Friday. Let's get ready for a packed Leigh Sports Village and a clash of the Leopards and the Saints. Over to our commentary team of Kyle Moore and Dave Woods.
Thank you, Brian. Well, how are your nerves? So much to gain for so many, so much to lose for some. There will be plenty of thrills and spills over the next couple of hours, and we have every single angle covered here on this Frantic Friday. And as Sam was saying before, fireworks before, and fireworks straight away here. Big hits all around Kyle Amor.
Yeah, good evening, Dave, and to everyone at home as well. Tom Amon and Ricky Latelli straight into St Helens. You'll not see a better game this weekend here tonight. I can't wait, Dave.
There's Whitley advancing up towards that 30-metre mark. We'll run you through that team news again in just a moment, because some late changes. George Delaney, one of those, not expected to start tonight, but Alex Walmsley pulling out, we believe, because of illness. This is Batchelor now, who takes it 10 away from the halfway line. And Jake Burns, another late inclusion, skipping the ball back for Dodd. Dodd gets a big left foot on it, and Leigh will have their first touch of the ball tonight, and their task to get it downfield as quickly as possible.
Yeah, decent set defensively there from the home team. 35 metres gain before a Lewis Dodd kick. Just kicks it straight into the arms of Darnell McIntosh. The back five last week for Leigh. 850 metres made against Hull KR. To say Helens have got a job on against those back five.
Reminder, Ipape back in the side for Leigh this week, and here he is at dummy half. Little ball dropped back off for Rob Mulhern to go plundering forward again. And Leigh nibbling the metres as they aim for the halfway line. Tom Amon now takes it in. 3 St Helens defenders, and Leigh as well restricted to carries inside their own half, so Lachlan Lamb will have to kick away ahead of the chase, and underneath it Tommy Makinson is the safe pair of hands, and Leigh's line is good and efficient. So just the housework, the homework here. George Delaney and Jake Burns starting in the front row tonight alongside Matty Lees. Alex Walmsley's had to pull out, and also very late Moses Mbai pulling out as well. So those are the 2 late switches. And Ipape returning for Leigh. That's the team news.
Yeah, it's all to do for Saints, isn't it? Those 2 late withdrawals. But what an opportunity here for young Burns. He won't have played in a game of this magnitude before.
Well, this time last year, Jake Burns was involved in the North Wales Crusaders' bid for promotion from League One in the playoffs. Different gravy tonight, Kyle.
Yeah, different cauldron completely as well. What an atmosphere it is here tonight at Leigh. Wellesby looks to that short side, gets past one.
Just having a little look. St Helens have ventured just inside their opponent's half. Lomax will kick the ball away. Underneath it is Matt Moylan, who catches safely enough. Hoisted inside for Charnley, but there's no catching Saints defence sleeping. They move up and they sandwich him down.
Yeah, neat defence, Dave, there through the middle of the field as Moylan tries to release Charnley. Ricky Latelli now just trying to get over the top of Lomax. They do well here, Saints.
This is Lamb out of dummy half, skipping it back towards the inside. A lot of Leigh players leaving as well, this team, the end of this season. He's one of them, O'Donnell.
What a signing he's been as well. 11 tries to his name already as he departs over to the Queensland Cowboys next season. And another one of those departees, John Asiata, receiving some attention there. Hull FC bound for 2025.
Well, the word from inside the Leigh camp was, with all those departees, they want the story to carry on. But it's not a given. In sport, you can be determined, but when you come up against a class opponent like St Helens tonight, that determination is matched on the other side as well. It's been a disappointing season from their point of view, but it might yet finish on a high. Who knows? They are guaranteed a place in the 6, of course. Benison, hat-trick last week, so he's in fine form. Burns skimming it out of dummy half, and Morgan Knowles now will just carry it forward with real determination. Burns again, having a look, left and right. It's left he goes. Dodd up to the line. Wellesby, but well read. Terrifically well read, but Wellesby somehow got himself free of that. But not for long and not for far. He's pushed back to where he started.
Yeah, harassing defence there from the Leopards, led by a Pape, and it means Dodd's going to have to kick from inside his 40 once more in these opening exchanges. And now it's Leigh who transitioned through Josh Charnley.
Charnley, well met. Here's Lamb, looking at inside for Lutelli. Well, we heard about that late withdrawal of Moses Mbai. Jenna Brooks, you got news.
Yeah, the game didn't start well for St Helens, did it? Moses Mbai, their hooker, pulled up with a sore calf after the warm-up. There he is there. It's his right calf. It's being iced at the minute. Of course, it needs to be further assessed to know exactly the extent of it, but hopefully it's not too bad and he'll be back. He's one of St Helens' versatile players.
Well, his season might be over, depending on what happens tonight and tomorrow, of course, but we'll be hoping that's not the case. Paul Wellens knows that his side go again next week, whatever happens. Kick will find Wellesby. And the thing about Saints as well, it's all about playing for a home tie next week, but more than that, it's about playing themselves into form, isn't it, tonight?
Yeah, it's been a difficult season for them. And they've got a chance here tonight to finish as high as they possibly can in 4th.
Square now, hold,
Burns pulling that. Percival doesn't go far. Leigh were ready, Leigh were waiting, and they stopped him well. Now it's with Delaney. Still 15 short of the halfway line. It's going to be a battle here tonight, it really is. As you would expect, Knowles. And into the line comes Wellesby. Step inside for Matatia. Will kick.
40.
Just looking for a bit of distance, not really for the angle of the 40-20. And Leigh start from here again. It is an attritional start to the game, isn't it?
Yeah, played at great speed as well.
No shooters,
As both teams are just trying to find a chink, a weak part of the defence, but there's nothing happening inside here the opening 7 minutes. It's exactly what you'd expect here this time of the season, Dave, given what's on offer. Asiata just straightens up and gets centre field.
And a reminder, the picture is blurry at the moment, but we're keeping an eye not only on this game, but also Hulkingston Rovers Leeds and Warrington against Hull. That top 6 playoff picture could become a lot clearer, should become a lot clearer by the end of the night. But then you throw in Hull against Catalan tomorrow, and that might have ramifications as well. Moylan, quick hands, Lutelli, out it goes to Charnley. Charnley stepping inside, but grimly hanging on is Johnny Lomax. So Lutelli waits again. O'Brien being advanced on by Batchelor, but still gets the kick away. Underneath it is Wellesby. Looking for a step. A good chase. Good tackle by Lachlan Lamb.
You push forward, Jack.
Makinson running into trouble. There's a real robustness and energy about this Leigh defence.
Yeah, Leigh are just starting to get on top of Saints here, just kicking further down the field and trying to go after them. It's important that they get through this defensive set here. 3 players gone. Morgan Knowles' task now introduces Percival.
4 tackles, 2 to go. Burns in there. Wellesby lurking behind, but it's going to be the big fellas who still try and get it out there. Delaney. So 1 play to go. It's going to take a kick here. Dodd, who is clearly behind the 40, putting it up there. McIntosh back to catch and aiming to deliver a good return back. And Leigh start from there, 25 out from their own line. There's been no give at all at the moment, as there is. Slight advantage Leigh in terms of position, but it is only a slight advantage.
Yeah, no breaking play whatsoever. It's exactly what we want to see. Two sides just going at it. Big shot there. Matty Lees, there's an error here, just right on cue.
There is the first moment of the game. And it goes St Helens' way with a Leigh handling error.
Well, it was an almighty shot on Ricky Latelli. George Delaney, Matty Lees, the big contact there. And Morgan Knowles adding weight. He just loses it as he goes to floor with the weight of the numbers in the red V all over him, just there. And a huge moment in the opening stages of this game. And it's St Helens who'll have a scrum 25 metres away.
Well, the initial shake of the Latelli head will tell you that he thinks that ball was pushed out of his grasp, but it's not the way the referee saw it. So St Helens finding themselves in excellent position here. Dodd to Lomax. Lomax out to Wellesby. Wider still, Berison trying to cut his way back infield. So one play gone. 5 more to come. This is Percival. Oh, the defence is absolutely ferocious. Percival winded. Lees will take none of that. He just forces his way forward.
Look at this.
But they're still attacking here, St Helens. It's back with Knowles. Now it's Lomax. Here's the numbers. Wellesby out wide. And Tommy Makinson. They've stripped them on the outside. Leigh players are complaining. The suggestion is that Kai O'Donnell might have been taken out here.
Have a try.
Try on the field.
Can you just look at the run on Lachlan on the outside shoulder, please, Ben? Because it hits him on the outside shoulder.
So let's hear from the video referee for the first time tonight, Ben Thaler.
So live call we have as a try on field. We're just making sure that the line is right. If we can jog it on from here, please. And go to that. I want to look in tight in this. Yes, he does, but let's just have a look what happens on the collision. Is it a case of he hits the player's outside shoulder and blocks him getting across, or has he gone to him? Right, I need another angle on that, because there is clear contact. That's not the angle. I'll probably need if we go back to the first angle, please, because that shows depth as well of the ball. Thank you. And then we'll have a look at camera 2 after this. So let's look on this nice and slow. He's going across. He has to go across him, and he does it in there on the outside shoulder. Let's go on the other angle on camera 2, and then I want to flip back to this finally. So if we look on this will help me as well where he hits him. Okay, pause it there, then go to the other, back to the other angle. Camera 4, go back. And keep going. Yep. And pause it there, thank you, I've now made my decision.
Well, first big moment of the night. First big decision of the night. We're going to stay as we were. It is no try. Decision pending, the stadium's anticipating. And the Leigh fans have anticipated correctly. No try. Stays at 0-0. Obstruction was at the call. And Leigh have a penalty to clear their lines.
Well, it's a let-off. Tommy Makinson thought he was over. Sione Matautia and Johnny Lomax, they're furious with that decision. But it matters not now. Gareth O'Brien just clears it away. Matautia just brushes past Lachlan Lamb. He almost lifts his feet off the floor. And I'm not too sure on that one.
Well, I think that reveals Paul Whelan's view on that decision. But it remains 0-0, and it remains a cauldron inside the Leigh Sports Village. Leigh fans finding their voice after that went their way. And this is Mulhern, the prop forward.
Well, sometimes in big games, you just have to sort of maybe ride your luck and strike when you can. Gareth O'Brien there just looking for some inside support, but there was none forthcoming.
Well, a reminder of the context of the
what a ball!
Oh, almost through. Oh, and a flicked pass away, but it has been spilled, and Makinson picks up. He knocks on. Referee says play on. It's another set of 6, and Lachlan Lamb will put the kick downfield. Well, it's an early call for Lamb, but they will get it back. They had another set to go there, but Lachlan Lamb decided that there was a chance, and the worst that could happen was the dropout.
Well, there was no one at home here. Tommy Makinson in the middle and a chance to go over the top. You can see Wellesby in the line. But what about the interplay there between Tom Amon and John Asiata before that offload's released? Nearly Makinson pinches the pocket. Oh, what a game this is, Dave. What a game.
St Helens are in the 6, whatever happens. They are playing for a home playoff game next week. Leigh are playing for their playoff lives, because in all probability, if Leigh lose tonight, they will drop out of the playoffs. But they are not in the mood to contemplate that at the moment, as Mulhern rocks it in again.
Morgan Knowles, well, he went searching. Mulhern decided to avoid that one. Asiata once more.
Asiata rips away through as well. Wellesby tries to size him up. There's cover defence coming in as well. But Leigh are sensing that Saints are teetering. And Ipape goes running out and almost burrows his way over. Held up just short. Those Saints fans behind those sticks, baying, oh, that was a poor handling error. Again, they claim a spill. But the referee says untidiness. That was the crime, and Saints will have it back.
Yeah, chance gone there from one end through Makinson and then through Ipape here. He just spills the ball just there. But the Leigh fans don't like it. They've perhaps seen something in there. Oh, Wellesby, he gets away with one, a cheeky little left hand. And that's why this crowd here at the Leigh Sport Village erupt. But what about the break here from Asiata? As Jake Burns gets done for footwork and Batchelor can't tidy up on the inside.
That's it. Shot clock off. Okay, mate, let's go.
Well, no surprises with that scoreline. Warrington 6, London 0. That's keeping the pressure on Hulkingston Rovers. Warrington are going to finish 3rd at the worst if they win tonight, and Hull KR get beaten by Leeds. Warrington goes 2nd if they can resolve that points difference issue, which is only 16 points. So if Hulkingston Rovers do get beaten, then that should be resolvable. Anyway, focus on this game at the moment. Burns inside again, and Matty Lees just eking out, chiseling against the stone of that Leigh defence to get himself another 5 metres further downfield. Wellesby pops it back on the inside. Percival swinging, but gets it out. But they're here again. They're here again. Short of the halfway line, St Helens. Lomax putting up in the air. The ball's going to bounce, and who knows where.
Play on now.
It's taken safely enough by McIntosh, and Leigh will start. 25 out from their own line. It has been punishing so far. Breathless, and the referee has seen another handling error here. St Helens will get it back again.
Yeah, I think it was McIntosh on the play of the ball before. He almost got up and gave himself away. Oh, it's another infringement in there that's gone in favour of Saints. The foot from Matt Whitley. Well, look, the chance that went begging before through Sione Matautia. And then a Ipape. And now that one. You can almost say it's balanced itself out.
Heads down. Head in, Matt. Shot clock off.
6 tackles for St Helens to lay siege on this Leigh line. Lomax puts it back. Here's Makinson, crushed underneath those oncoming Leigh defenders. Wellesby back on the inside again. Matautia now trying to straighten things up. Burns wasn't going to be playing not long before kick-off, and now he is right at the heart of the heat of it. Lewis Dodd out left. It's Lomax. Lomax trying to just set one up for Percival, but Leigh defenders ready and waiting. Still 3 plays to go. 3 tackles for Leigh to make. 3 chances for Saints to try to grasp.
Pape again. This time it's Delaney who's folded.
Putting in the big shots tonight, isn't he? But Saints are going to work down that left-hand side. Dodd now. Here comes Lomax. Lomax to Percival. Percival held up, only a yard away. 1 play to go. Last play of the 6. Back to Dodd. Dodd goes back to where it came from. Little dancing steps from him. And it's almost as if he was quite happy just to give the ball back there rather than try anything that might have been more adventurous.
Yeah, poor end to the set there from St Helens. Lewis Dodd just trying to make up a play on his own and runs out of room. You're right, they turn the ball over, but you're not going to get too many opportunities in this game. Oh, another big hit's going in.
Well, a full voice, full ground, I should say, tonight. Sellout Stadium, and they are in at full voice.
Goal 3, 4. Move! Joe, get back. Hold, come on, Jake. Go 4.
Ipape. Lamb swinging it left. O'Donnell, well met.
5.
2 passes left, not many strides forward.
Hold.
Moylan's moving in at dummy half, releasing Lamb to get a kick away here.
Give him 10, Robbie.
Wellesby catches. Bennison's there in support should he need him, but Wellesby's going to seek a lone path. No, he's not. He is going to pass to Bennison, and Bennison doesn't make too much of an impression on that advancing Leigh defence.
Yeah, Frankie Holton all over Bennison there. Percival, how good was it for St Helens fans to see him back, returning last week against Castleford. Does so much work, as does this man. They usually come in a tandem.
Well, it's all happening here. It's all happening on the other side of the country as well, because you can see that Leeds have scored first in that game. And what a start. Rhys Martin, the man who will be playing for Hull KR next year, with an early try for Leeds, and that shakes things up at the top, because that gives Warrington an open door for second spot. As it stands, very, very early.
You can just see there, only 2 points separating them now. And with London and Warrington free scoring at the moment, as Matt Moylan just looks to cross over the 20 away from his own end.
That's in quick saves, come on.
Here's Charnley.
Isn't it great? Everything down to the last game.
Move! Oh no! Hold!
Yeah, 26 rounds. This the 27th. And we are kept guessing on just about every position from 2nd down to 6th.
40!
40-20 here.
40!
That's in the 40.
40-20
and
here,
it
Dave.
bounces out. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh.
How did that stay in play? And Wellesby has put a foot in touch. Well, it wasn't the kick. It was the left foot of Wellesby that has given Leigh the lift here.
Yeah, the air brakes just applied to that 40-20 attempt, but Wellesby slips, and then the chase from Darnell McIntosh.
Well, did he? Did he?
Into touch, it's a handover.
Well, a shake of the head from Wellesby, but just there,
Oh, he does, yeah.
Eagle-eyed touch judge.
What do you want? It's a handover.
Touch judge, brilliant.
Play the ball into touch.
But a huge chance now here for the home side.
Play the ball, lads. Look it. Play the ball.
Big night for the officials as well. They know what's at stake. But they're making the right calls so far, they would tell you.
Play the ball, it's into touch.
And you look out for this lethal left edge of Leigh. 97 tries scored this season, but 57% of them have came down the left side.
Well, Pape's pass to the middle. Holton is collapsing to his knees just to take the ball. So that's 1 wasted, but there are still 5 to go. If Pape throws it back inside again. So it's going to be Mulhern who drives it in. Ipape waiting again. Back to Asiyata, who is bouncing through and picks himself up. Oh, has he got it down? Did he get it down? Did it spill from his hands? Is this going to be joy or heartbreak? No try on the field. Separation.
As he's going towards the line, please, Ben.
So let's hear from Ben Thaler again.
With a live call on field of no try, can just go on from this. So the tackle is not completed, so he's allowed to get up and move on. We keep going from here, and we need to slow this down, really. The live call is no try, but we go back on that, nice and slow. Keep it going, keep it going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right, let's have a look at another angle. We're just nice and slow on this. The ball is in his hand here, and it's going down there. Right. Can I now have a look on the other angle of camera 1? Slow down there. Okay. Let's go back and see if we have anything else. On this angle, in my opinion, the hand clearly still on the ball, and it's still on the ball there. If we have it nice and slow on this one as well. His hand's still on the ball, and it's still on the ball. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
Well, the Leigh fans were celebrating on the first replay, but they had to be certain, and they are certain. And John Asiata, who's been a hero here, has just scored his first try of 2024, and he could not have timed it better on what might be his last Leigh appearance. Who knows?
Yeah, with a quarter of the game gone, it's the skipper who breaks through first. First strike to Leigh Leopards, and it was all through a hard, direct carry. The 40-20 attempt to chase from Darnell McIntosh just does enough there for Welsby's left leg to go over. And then John Asiati just picks out young Jake Burns and just bulldozes his way over, and has enough about it to get that ball down. It's 4-0 here with Moylan straight in front of the sticks, who makes the 4 into 6 there.
Well, Matt Moylan adding the 2, and Leigh lead by 6 points to 0. And so far, it's the tale of Jack Welsby's big toe and John Asiata's fingertips. That's the difference between these two sides at the moment, with 20-odd minutes played.
Not all on this at all. But this is a side that was tipped to drop out of the playoffs this season. Many tipped that to happen, and it looked certain after the first 7 games with only a single win. And they find themselves here now on the cusp of securing playoff football.
Well, there's fire in the bellies of both these sides, isn't there? There's a lot of talk about St Helens' big game pedigree. Well, the last time these two met in a big game was a Challenge Cup semi-final, wasn't it, last year, when Leigh memorably won the match in dramatic circumstances.
Well, Leigh have won 3 out of the last 5 meetings, Dave, between these two, including that one that you talked about there, that semi-final. And of course, Leigh went to go on and win the Challenge Cup and etch themselves in history as heroes in this part of the world. Frankie Holton, what a season he's had as well.
Last play coming up. We've got another scoreline to bring you as well in just a moment, as Lamb gets that kick away. It's going to be caught by Bennison, and Bennison will run it back with real gusto. But what about elsewhere? Warrington leading London by 10 points to 0, but Hull Kingston Rovers, and Matt Parcell is that who scored. Well, his time at Hull Kingston Rovers is coming to a conclusion, and he's another who could be a last gasp hero for his side. 4 apiece in that game as Hull KR seeks 2nd place. So they're looking a little healthier now, Hull Kingston Rovers.
You know, just that conversion as well after Matt Parcell's try makes it 6-4 at Craven Park.
Shuffling the cards as the night goes on. Who will hold the aces at the end?
Big contact there, and they're away again.
Picked up by Lachlan Lamb. He's going to run away. Welsby's after him. Lees was there as well. Referee says knock on. All that drama, all a little bit meaningless as it happens.
Well, Johnny Lomax was the coolest player in the stadium, as he must have heard that it was 6 more. It was a big shot from Kai O'Donnell, but the pass was released just there, and the left hand of Kai O'Donnell just knocks that ball forward. And everybody else reacts, but Johnny Lomax, cool as you like.
Take a seat, Leigh fans and Saints fans. Take a breath, everybody. And we'll take a breath and hear from Jenna on the far side.
Thanks, Dave. I just wanted to mention the atmosphere. I know you gents up there have been talking about it, but I feel like the playoffs have come a week early, and I can tell you that Leigh will be announcing a sellout here at this stadium. There's over 10,000 fans, and I can tell you they are extremely loud.
They are. It is 2023 in reverse for Leigh, isn't it? They started brilliantly and kind of faded as the season went on towards the back end. This season, another set of 6 here for Saints. This season, they just started with a jitter or two in the early weeks, but are certainly finishing stronger at the right time of the year. Here's Knowles. A couple of plays gone. Jacob Burns in there. Here's Lomax. Right up to Wellesby. Wellesby now to Matautia. Matautia tries to bully his way through, just pushing off a couple of defenders. One of those was Lutelli, but he got back to help out with the final job. Burns again, throwing it left. Knowles now. This is Dodd. Dodd out to Lomax. Lomax, Percival. Oh, the interception. And a chance now, maybe, for McIntosh to go the distance, but the recovery is quick. Very quick. Dodd getting back to make that tackle. But Leigh are flooding forward again here. Very near the halfway line.
Yeah, the catch and pass from Percival, and the big right arm there of Darnell McIntosh just kills that play. It's the left edge now that go exploring. Kai O'Donnell offloads to O'Brien.
O'Brien with his dancing steps. St Helens having none of that. Ipape, those flashy blue boots of his, crashed forward again by Mulhern. 40 out. Ipape once again. Moylan standing left. Moylan with a chip and the chase. And O'Donnell's after this, but it should be collectible by Wellesby, but it is. But again, the kick is just perfectly weighted to force St Helens to concede that drop again.
Well, the vision from Matt Moylan. He just sees Jack Wellesby in the line and a foot race, but when Wellesby collects, just look, there's 4 shirts there of the Leopards just able to pounce. And in the blink of an eye, it was Percival who almost, that catch and pass for Benison. In the blink of an eye, the defending the line through a dropout. End-to-end stuff here.
Warrington are doing what they need to do tonight. 16-0 they lead against London. Implications for London, of course. They don't want to finish bottom, so they'll be hoping not to lose, if they do lose, by as many as Hull, if Hull lose tomorrow against Catalan.
Well, Darryl Clark onto the field now, replacing Jake Burns, who's had to take 27 minutes of the sting out the game.
That's what's going to be happening next week, by the way, if it stays the same. And it probably won't. And this is Mulhern. It's great fun, isn't it? On nights like this. Ipape again. Lachlan Lamb. O'Donnell. What a combination they've been in the last couple of years. Less effective on that occasion. Ipape again. Lutelli to his left, but right back down the middle again to Amon. And Amon, who's had some success with those charges so far tonight, takes his team to within 12 with 1 play to go. O'Brien to Lamb. Lamb now out to that right-hand side. Moylan! McIntosh can't take it in. And with spilling the ball, he's spilled the chance.
A huge chance. The right edge. It has them, doesn't it? If McIntosh can catch this ball, yes, Benison's there, but you would imagine he'd probably get over for the second try of the evening. And the skill on the end of it just denies the Leopards.
But Leigh dominating.
Yeah, you'd have to say it. I think physically they're getting on top of St Helens. Amon, Ipape and Asiata all doing the job up front.
You'll notice Darryl Clark is on the field. Here's Clark again. James Bell's out there as well. Lomax. Well, Wellesby tries to gather it in, probably thinking about the pass as well, but he can't do either, and it's Leigh who have the upper hand again here.
Yeah, it just shows you how hard they work, and that's a front rower there, defending at 3-man. He knows he's had to travel on the play before and get round there for Welsby. And he's able just to dislodge that ball, and watch how he celebrates as well, Tom Amol. Delighted, he knows that's a big play. And you mentioned, Dave, that Leigh are on top of Saints. Well, it's looking worrying in this next set of 6.
So a full set of 6 for Leigh to have a go. 35 from that glorious position is where they start.
Heads in, boys, please. Jack, shot clock off.
In it goes and out it comes.
1.
Hanley.
Move. Ball now.
Ipape.
Hold.
Marching
Good
over.
lines, good line, that.
Holton, Frankie Holton.
2 in.
Can't.
2. Move.
Just
That's
push
it.
his way
Get
past
scoring,
those
Helens.
on-rushing St Helens
6
players.
again.
Yep, another set, holding down too long. Lamb. O'Brien was involved. Here's Charnley off the pass from Lutelli. Charnley goes down. There were 5 St Helens defenders in the picture there. Little bit of desperation from them. Lamb again. Now it's with O'Donnell.
2. Move. Morgan, give me a step.
Here's
Lewis.
Ipape.
Hold.
Odds are, and it's going right here because that's where the majority numbers are. It's with O'Brien. Holton can't squeeze. Instead, he's being squeezed.
Move down. 3. Hold. Goal 3.
Ipape. Back towards Amon. Trying to bulldoze his way through.
Move. Come on,
Into
Joe.
the
Think about
picture
it.
comes Ipape
Hold.
again.
Goal 4.
It's with O'Brien. He can't keep hold. St Helens' bodies drop on it. Percival, I think it is, who's got there first. And Saints have it back.
Yeah, good defence there from Saints. Desperate as well. And we just see that attack off from Leigh.
Move. Do not go early now.
Just look there, the skill from O'Brien. It's that skill that's let Leigh down in this part of the field.
Dominate.
Big shot again. Ipape and Amon. Benison on the receiving end.
Well, there is. So we talked about thrills and spills. There's plenty of those going on at Hull Kingston Rovers because Leeds have scored again. Alfie Edgell to help his side because the kick's gone over to a 10-6 lead with half an hour played in that game. So Leeds are doing what they need to do, keeping themselves in contention.
Hold, come on, Rocky.
But of course, Leigh win this one. That doesn't matter. And Hull Kingston Rovers in danger of missing second spot. What have you seen, Kyle?
Well, it's just another kick deep inside of their own 40. Lewis Dodd again.
Come on, back up,
And
boys.
this Leigh outfit are dominating field position, but a penalty given away here.
Penalty.
This is the chance. A silly mistake here from Matt Moylan, just the right leg lift. He's far too experienced for that.
That is such an error to make, isn't it?
It's a huge error, and it's silly.
Johnny.
So scores at the moment. Wigan, we know, top. That's indisputable now. Warrington are back in second place, or are in second place on points difference. They're leading 16 points to 0 at the moment.
That'll be a huge hammer blow, wouldn't it, for Hull KR to be pipped on the final day.
Oh, slip from Lomax.
Stand down, 1. Hold,
Changed
Frankie.
again.
Hold. Ball 1.
And it'll change again. Step by Bell, the effervescent Bell, and offers it back inside to Parsi.
Thought about the offload there, did Parsi. Couldn't get it away.
Another set here. Start the count once more. Bell skipping. So on tackle 1, St Helens are 10 out, and Clark is up there and throws it back to Knowles. And this is Lomax, and Lomax with a couple of swivels of the hips. Just bedazzling a couple of defenders. But the third man got him, and Clark's going out a dummy half. He sensed something glorious, but they were alive to that, those Leigh defenders. Welsby, Lomax putting the kick in, Makinson on the chase. Lamb got the touch. Drop out for Leigh.
Well, that's an exceptional kick from Johnny Lomax under pressure from Letelli. The skill to nail that. And Lachlan Lamb has no choice with Tommy Makinson breathing down his neck for a score to knock that dead. Sensational piece of skill from Lomax.
But I think this is the first repeat set that Leigh have had, the St Helens have had, the first repeat set for Leigh to defend here, isn't it?
Yeah, the last 20 minutes or so, field position-wise, has been all the home side. Well, St Helens, they have a chance here inside the final 6 minutes to see this half home with a wet sail.
Moylan kicks it out. Lomax takes the bounce. Here comes Knowles. He's done a lot of physical stuff, as you'd expect, down the middle. Clark. Bell's waiting, goes to Parsi. Parsi now, trying to punch it through those defenders. Clark. 3 to his left, everybody else is to the right. In fact, it's 4 to the right, because Wellesby's made a late run, but the pass can't find him. It's a bit loose. Lomax does very well to turn that back into a promising position. Wellesby. Knowles. Bell. And Parsi trying to push his way in muscular fashion between those two defenders. Clark. Here's Knowles. Wellesby. Well met by a very committed Leigh defence at the moment. But there's one play to go. Darryl Clark. Here's Bell. Bell slides a kick in. Parsi was the intended target on the chase, but Moylan sweeps up very easily.
Yeah, I can't recall too many times this season I've seen James Bell try and slide a kick through the first line defence. A penalty given away here. But we saw the last 2 sets that St Helens have had. Lewis Dodd runs out of an avenue, and then James Bell almost decides that he wants to play half-back and put boot to ball, and then a penalty given away.
Let's go then, mate. Come on.
Well, elsewhere, Warrington are running up a biggish score against London. Matty Ashton scored a 3rd try of the night.
Wait, Daz. Wait the 10.
And Warrington, as it stands, are up to 2nd place. That's dependent on Holkingster Rovers not reversing that scoreline against Leeds. It's great, isn't it? It's great.
A strange old team of the Rhinos. Just when you think they're down and out, they go over to Hull KR and produce a decent 40 minutes so far.
Well, if Leeds win tonight, and all these ifs and buts, if Leeds win tonight, they're still sweating on the top 6, because Catalan could leapfrog them with a big score against Hull tomorrow. It will go down to points difference, unless Leigh win here, and then it doesn't matter anyway.
I can't keep up.
This is Mulhern. Simple fact is that Leigh are doing their job here. Lamb and Moylan, and a lovely sleight of hand and foot, and Lutelli finishes it off. That is as classy a try as you will see in any round of the Super League, and when it's delivered on the last night, when it matters so much, that is brilliant.
It is. It's absolutely brilliant from the Leopards. It was slick, and it was beautiful to watch for Ricky Lutelli. What a player he's been. At 34 years old, you just see the ball get shipped out to this lethal left edge. Lamb and Moylan combined. Sione Matauti has sold one dummy. Jack Wellesby sold another. And we talked about it moments earlier. The left edge of Leigh Leopards, that it's done for 2 seasons now. Well, it strikes again. Tries inside of 5 of the last 6 for Lutelli. And Lamb knows that that's a massive, massive score in the context of this game. It's 10-0.
Well, they are taking all the ifs and buts out of the night, aren't they, at the moment, Leigh?
Well, you have to say they've been worth it, haven't they? 10-0. We've dominated large periods of this half.
So Matt Moylan with a conversion attempt here, and the artificial intelligence is giving them a 61 success probability. AI knows that it matters tonight, that tensions fill the air, and that might affect a goal kicker. The ground that was in a tumult just a moment ago is in a little bit of quietude at the moment to help the concentration of their star kicker, and he's put it right between the uprights, and it's now 12 points to 0, but Leigh lead this game as the half-time hootaloo's. And while that's been happening here, drama elsewhere. Peter Hiku, a try scorer for Hull Kingston Rovers. The kick not dealt with by Edgell. Hiku touches down, and Hull KR are back in the driving seat for second spot.
Oh, that's a huge mistake there from young Edgell. Well, Peter Hiku scores that and locks that in at 10-all. It's 12-0 here.
And if you've been following Hull Kingston Rovers' goal-kicking successes this year, you will not be surprised to hear they missed the conversion, but it's 10-10.
Just listen to the noise in here.
Leigh looking to see this half out with 20-odd seconds to go. Another dummy, this time not sufficient to unlock the door. Pape searching back down the middle, bouncing away, offloads it. Penne, who's on from the bench, got it further right, and the hooter will sound, and that is the cue for a roar and a standing ovation from the Leigh supporters in 3/4 of this stadium. Saints fans are wondering if there is a way back in this game. Well, he might have some answers with his team talk at half-time, but on a night when Leigh had to win, they are winning. There's still a big half to come, but Leigh are doing what they need to do at the moment at half-time. Thank you, Jenna. Well, we go again. Buckle up. There's another 40 minutes. Keeping across the story. Here, there, everywhere. On this Friday night of real frenetic action. The top six is taking shape, but it could all change again. And it'll be Leigh who'll have first touch of the ball, Penny bringing it out. It's a case of Leigh, I suppose, just retaining the intensity of that first half here now.
Yeah, just keep doing exactly what they did in that first 40. But for St Helens, it really is the biggest 40 minutes of their season so far. A chance to either play Salford at home or have to go over to the Halliwell Jones next week. There's Jack. Gareth O'Brien puts a kick up there. He doesn't quite get enough on it.
It's an awkward bounce, and Wellesby will be mindful of the touchline. He's been mindful of his ribs as well, because crashing effort coming in from Darnell McIntosh. And here comes Benison to bring it on again. Nice touch, by the way. It was the LDRL. It's inclusivity night tonight for Leigh. And the two clubs, Leigh and St Helens, LDRL teams, learning disability rugby league teams, are playing at half-time. They had a guard of honour to bring the teams out, and all the players from both sides acknowledged those LDRL players. You know, there's a lot at stake here tonight. Tensions are running high, but they took time just to low-five them as they came out again. So well done to both sets of players. Here's Clark. This is Bell. Warrington has scored again. I don't think there's much doubt about where that's going tonight. Warrington 32-0 leaders against London. At the very least in nice form going into the playoffs. They might get a week off. The rest of the night will determine that. That's a catch by Moylan. And he's chased down hard by Batchelor. Pick up at a carry here from McIntosh. A little bit lateral. St Helens will be pleased with that. Now it's Charnley looking for more directness, but again he hits that wall and he's dragged back just a little bit. Pape lending weight, making sure that he's not losing too much ground. And now Penne will come flying in. Aaron Penne. It seems like a couple of minutes ago that he was arriving at this club, and now very much involved in this back end of the season.
Yeah, his 13th appearance since his mid-season signing from the Melbourne Storm. Gareth O'Brien kicking from inside his own 40 once again, in very similar fashion to the first half. Just both sets of players just trying to feel the way out with each other here and make sure that it isn't their side that cracks first.
Anderson plays, Percival carries it on. There's no distraction with scores elsewhere from these two clubs' point of view, is there? Because scores elsewhere do not affect them at all.
No, but the longer this game goes on, Dave, the more scoreboard pressure runs against the Saints.
Oh, that's on you, Matt. You've shown it yourself. Go third. Play on.
Pick up by Wellesby. Counted in again. Just trying to lift the noise here.
Just past the line, Edwin.
St Helens, their fans absolutely packed the away end here, but they've not had too much to cheer so far.
No. And just one observation, really, the fact that Darryl Clark has yet to run from 9. It just shows you that the dominance that Leigh are doing.
It's a cute little kick from Dodd, which Moylan has to deal with quickly, and does. And McIntosh gets it up to the 20-metre mark, so St Helens just keeping Leigh penned at the moment. Hanley will take it on as the next challenge, but again outweighed and outmuscled
Give us 10, hold the 10. Hold. Come on, James.
by another dummy half. Now it's Holton who takes it down this right channel.
Come on, Joe. James, back with me. Stand up. Go third.
Ipape.
Next a quick six. Come on.
Inside again. It's with Mulhern. Mulhern's not travelling too far, and Leigh are running through the tackles here, running through the plays. So Ipape at a dummy half will try the kick downfield just to lift a bit of the pressure that was growing there. Benison can return it. And it's a decent starting position for St Helens here as the arm wrestle gets underway in this second half.
Yeah, just slightly progressing further up the field there. They carry through. Percival just crosses 40 away from their own end. But again, the ruck is slow, and Darryl Clark is looking for an opportunity to run. May this be it here.
He'll be looking for a good finish. Bell across to Dodd. Dodd lays it back for Wellesby. Wellesby inside for Percival, who came on that scissors route, but there was the defensive efforts of Holton. Wellesby.
He does that well. Frankie Holton averages 34 tackles a game this season.
This is the last play. Dodd sticking it up there. Challenge on for McIntosh. Ball bounces forward. No, referee says it's all good. St Helens fans declaring their annoyance at that behind the sticks. But Leigh gets a play on, but they're in a bit of strife here. A little bit of trouble at that end.
Well, it was almost like they were appealing that it's an offside position as that ball was collected.
10's good, boys, there.
And Ricky Latelli now tasked with taking this away. He does do that really well. These post-contact meters, you just see as the ball comes off there, maybe a case for it. Robbie Mulhern's got through some work tonight, Dave.
Well, Mulhern again, but that is the 5th, and Leigh having to kick clear from here. Lamb has to bend a little. Kick Tommy Makinson, and they're starting their sets. They're edging further and further down. Well, what a hit that was by Latelli, but then a second effort in the tackle has given the penalty away.
Well, Latelli and Kai O'Donnell. No, it's more Ricky Latelli, but the second effort. Tommy Makinson just stepping in the air and gets a hard shot from Latelli. The penalty given away.
A Makinson seeking missile there, wasn't he, Ricky Latelli? But a little bit of sloppiness, and Saints again at the start of this second half. The scales just tipping in their favour in terms of position on the field. But they remain behind on the scoreboard. Clark. Dodd to his left, but further left to Bell. Bell now trying to make things happen, but Whitley has to get back to his feet again. Bell inside, passing. Oh, a shoulder into the thighs, but Parsley's got the wherewithal just to twist a little and back his way further downfield.
Oh, he's lost it.
And it's a knock-off. So pressure lifted.
Yeah, the work Edwin Ipape is doing. He's really leading this Leigh outfit. And it was a simple mistake from Parsley. He does well to ride the challenge, just loses it there.
Shot clock on.
A little frustrated, no doubt, up there.
Pretty good generally.
On that Saints coaching section.
Don't come back through the ruck. Both teams, if you get caught at the back of the ruck, come out to the side, don't go back through the ruck. 10 seconds, boys.
It just kills the momentum that they were getting over the last 4 or 5 minutes. They were grabbing further and further down the field, starting the set from at their own 20, then crossing the 40 before that penalty put them in a good position.
Swings again, maybe not here, but elsewhere. Big swing at the top end of the table because Opachik has scored a try for Hull Kingston Rovers that has given them the lead again and given them a hand on second place again, with still 30-odd minutes to go in that game.
Brilliant work in the build-up there from Mikey Lewis.
He does. Hold. Don't chop it
Opachik scores.
Oh, there's a slowness to that from Penne. He looks hurt. Back comes Mulhern. Ipape, 2 plays to go. Leigh haven't been out of their own half much in this second period so far. They achieve it there, but only just by a nibbled yard or 2.
5. Move.
And the next you'd expect will be a kick.
James, no shooters, go 5.
O'Brien given that task.
Aaron, give 10.
Sends it high, interestingly towards the wing of Makinson again. Chase is good, because they know that Makinson loves to return those high kicks. And Tommy Makinson's making, in fact, it's Wellesby, isn't it, is making things happen. But then the defence comes in, and Percival is clearly hurt. Here's Bennis.
That was good work from Wellesby. Percival slips.
Matati muscling up.
Move that line. Hands out. Goal free.
Just lost them a bit of momentum. And now they've lost the ball.
Surrender.
But only temporarily.
Stand down for.
Makinson has it back again. Batchelor inside for Matautia. Matautia again just straightening up. Hull Kingston Rovers 14-10 against Leeds. Another conversion missed. Again, that could prove costly in the final reckoning.
40.
It's been a problem all year for them.
Moylan. Got Charnley on his outside. Charnley now cuts back towards the middle. And Charnley's travelling well and has got his side a starting position in the right end of the field from Leigh's point of view. It's not happened too often in this game so far, in this second half so far.
They're just starting to get a little foothold in it in this second half. And Jack Hughes harassed there by Knowles, Parsi and Bell.
Pepe, such a nuggety character in the middle of the field. And
good
good hands, and here comes Charnley now, racing for that corner, throws it on the inside. Moylan couldn't quite keep hold. That could have been a massive moment.
Well, the catch and pass from Latelli to set Charnley away was exceptional, but the tackle there from Lomax. Josh Charnley almost wanted to take him on and get over for that record equaling Danny Maguire and put him into second place. And Moylan just spills it.
Well, a 3-score lead at that stage might just have knocked the stuffing out of St Helens, given how they started this second half, St Helens, if they'd then been hit by a sucker punch. But they haven't.
I agree, Dave. I think next score is absolutely huge in the context of this game.
Heads in, Daz. Heads down, boys. Shot clock off.
And a huge moment there.
Lomax feeds it in. Percival brings it out. Leigh fans in fantastic voice at the moment. An atmosphere that reverberates around the Leigh Sports Village.
Move down. Hold Edwin.
Clark. Ripley trying to shake off the defenders that come flying at him again. And he's incapable of doing that because of the determination, the tenacity on that occasion of the handling. They are earning yards, but only 2, 3, 4 at a time at the moment, St Helens in this set. Bell now back to Lomax. Lomax puts it back. Wellesby runs into Lutelli. He's not missing. And Saints are stopped in their tracks. And Wellesby is clearly hurt. And Tommy Makinson's not happy with that.
Well, Dave, this Leigh Leopards outfit are physically beating up St Helens tonight. So many big contacts going in, all in favour of the Leopards.
Well, that was the pre-game prediction, wasn't it, from John and Sam? It's all about the physicality down the middle. Well,
They've got it
just down the middle.
Yeah, they've got it absolutely spot on. The big hitters, boy, are they hitting hard tonight.
There's always a question mark hanging over situations like this, isn't there? When the game is stopped, when a head is being attended to. Just a few quizzical moments here when the video referee gets involved. Doesn't seem... It's more of a whiplash, isn't it?
Well, almost like the point of contact hits the top of the ball. You just see it there. It's beautifully timed. It's a monster shot, and it's the whiplash or the rocking back of the head that just rattles Welsby.
But is that the opinion of the referee? And indeed the video referee. Ricky Lutelli will just be a little nervous here. So will his coach. Well, video referee's had his say.
Cheers, mate. Ricky!
Here we go.
Bring him over, mate.
Well, this sounds like trouble. This looks like trouble for Ricky Lutelli.
Over there, boys. Over there. Over there. No, we're just right, mate. There is contact with the head. It is forceful and dangerous. However, there is mitigation that saves you from being a red card. But there is secondary contact with the head. That's a sin bin, mate.
Yellow card for Ricky Lutelli. What looked like a very good hit. Turns into a moment that Leigh might regret. They're down to 12 for the next 10 minutes.
No, I'm scratching my head at that one, I really am. I thought the first point of contact was on top of the ball. That's a great shot, it really is. And it's with force. And the force is what hurts Welsby in that. Oh, I'm struggling with that one.
Well, so is he. The Leigh coach, Lutelli's on his bike, quite literally, off for 10 minutes, and he'll have to put in some pedal power to keep himself warm, to get ready for his return. But Leigh are down to 12.
Yeah, and Sam Tompkins mentioned in big games, you have to ride your luck. Now, is that the moment there where Saints can get a foothold and take advantage here as 13 plays 12, Bell? He's just caught and trapped there.
Bounces in, but bounced down by the Leigh defenders. Clark getting in there at dummy half. He is having a rod. He is having a little scamper.
Well, that's better.
And they've taken themselves much closer here, St Helens. Bell, Dodd, Lomax, out it comes. This is Percival slipping in. Tackle was complete. We heard the referee shouting surrender. So Percival wanted to get up and play on, but he's not allowed to. And this is Whitley, Matt Whitley now. 2 plays in the set. 2 potential strike moments for St Helens. Dodd again, out it goes to Lomax. Matautia now the centre, sliding very close, but not quite close enough. And they've won one last option, but it is untidy. It is more than untidy. It is scruffy in the extreme. And Saints hand possession back.
Well, Sione Matautia on that right edge. He's just whiskers away. Under a good tackle. He just spills the ball.
How do you account for that? We've seen a few, haven't we, tonight?
Shot clock on.
Warrington climbing higher. 42-0. Keeping the pressure on Holkingster Rovers, but at the moment Holkingster Rovers are doing enough to maintain at second place.
Over 100 points scored in the last two games with time still left for Sam Burgess' men, and just look at the table, look what it means.
And as it stands, there is more vindication for Paul Rowley's Salford selection last night, isn't it? Even if they'd won at Wigan, it wouldn't have made a difference as it stands. Leigh trying to work themselves out of a little bit of trouble at the moment.
Hold it, mate. Hold.
Wrong end of the field. Holton.
Third. Move! Oh no! Goal third. 4.
Trout.
Move, Daz!
Owen Trout, who leads it in. So that's, again, a guide to what might be happening next week with the current league table positions.
Tiny little run from the Pape there. There's tackle 5 here.
O'Brien kicks away. Clark got there, and it's fine, he got there in time. Referee's happy with that. Leigh fans less so, and Tommy Makinson bringing it forward again.
Back.
Under pressure, all right.
On the mark, Tommy.
Matautia crashing in. Not able to climb over the top. This is Batchelor. Physicality again being won by Leigh.
It's saying to just can't generate any ruck speed whatsoever.
This is Noah Stevens. Strong legs from the young fella. Clark again. Dodd. Lomax. Timing the ball away for Percival, but Percival's dragged down by Amila Hanley. 1 to go. Benison flicks it back on the inside. The kick from Dodd goes up in the air. Moylan's going to be under, well, I was going to say pressure there from Wellesby, but he was well away. And now Moylan skips on again. For a moment, I thought he was going to pass to Tommy Makinson.
Well, he was looking for the left edge in Charlie to be there, but he wasn't at home.
Dance again by Hughes.
I'll be disappointed for Paul Wellens there. Moylan able to catch that and just goes through 25 metres. Penalty given away now. Young Stevens.
Some of the stuff that's coming up this weekend. And some good stuff to look forward to. Right, Queensland Cup Grand Final, Devils against the Dolphins, 8:30 a.m. on Sunday. And just a little tip for St Helens fans. The Dolphins hook of Brent Wolf, the nephew of Christian Wolf. So Saints fans might want to watch that.
Come on, boys, I'll give you the benefit. Tackle 1. No slow peels. Hold. Go.
Hughes with initial drive.
Back up now, Daz.
Here's a Pape again. Leigh seemed to have things under control just at the moment. Penne flicks it away. That's a risky offload. And Lomax gets it back for St Helens.
Well, that's exactly what Leigh didn't need to be doing there. Aaron Penne, just take your medicine, do your job. You just gifted field position.
2.
Back to St Helens. An impossible situation to offload there. Doesn't need to be doing it. And the desperation from Lomax to get on that loose ball.
Third. Move, Owen.
So 4.5 minutes before he comes back on the field, and Leigh are back at 13 players. Stevens, St Helens, desperate to take advantage of their one-man extra. And Stevens again with a very decent carry. Making an impression. Clark and Bell. And Bell skips up to the line and well held onto by Knowles. My goodness. Which has given St Helens one last opportunity in this set. Wellesby, Lomax, there's a slip which opens things up, and Tommy Makinson diving for the corner. This is going to need another look. What's the view on the field?
I have no
try on the field.
Can you confirm he loses the ball in the act of scoring, please?
It's another massive moment in a big game, and it's over to the video referee.
Okay, so we have a live call of no try on the field. You can just take this nice and slow as he goes in at the corner. So slim possession at this point, and he is in the field of play. He's in the field of play. Right, we need to go back on this. If we go nice and slow, and just let's rule touch first. So at the point the ball could potentially be down, he's in the field of play. Let's just go to that far camera angle, camera 9. Go back one. Keep going on this now. Keep going and pause it there. We know that he's in the field of play. Right, let's double check on the grounding. And we're going back on this. The hands are at the side of the ball. He's still got possession there. He's still got possession. And pause it there. His hand, his right hand is still on the ball. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
Wow. That is simply sensational. It's a Makinson miracle to score that in the corner with just millimetres to work with. And St Helens are back in the game.
Well, Tommy Makinson has pulled on the red V 335 times in his career. And what a special score that is as well. And boy, did St Helens need it. It was the mistake from Aaron Penney. Down to 12 men, trying to offload an impossible situation. And Tommy Makinson squeezing over in the tightest of spaces. Big kick here now from Bennison.
Trying to keep a cool head, because it is a big kick. It is a big moment again, because this gets St Helens back within a score. Puts it wide. They'd still have to score twice. Leigh would still consider themselves relatively comfortable, if you can be comfortable on a night like tonight. And what a cool head to put it over. 12 points to 6, and suddenly Leeds and Catalan prick up an interest, because they still have a chance of the 6, and Saints have a chance of getting a home tie next week.
Well, yeah, just Joe Batchelor's line, and there was a slip from the left edge. You just see here, I think it's Jack Hughes who loses his footing. Josh Charnley comes jamming in, and Lamb comes in loop, but Makinson, the finesse from Makinson, squeezes over. And Saints aren't done just yet.
Well, he's retained his emotions.
Stay behind, boys, please.
But now Leeds and Catalan Dragons, Sam Tompkins and his Catalan teammates getting a boo from everybody in the crowd as they saw him on the big screen. We love the pantomime season, but it opens things up.
What impact Noah's had here. Noah Stevens just rides that tackle, gets rid of a Pape. Had some big carries since he's come onto the field.
This is Bell. What does that do? What does that do when Saints have been under the pump so long? Leigh having been in charge for so long, what does that do for the psyche? We'll hold that thought for a moment, because there is movement again at the top end as well, because Hull Kingston Rovers have scored another, and Sasso Su, well, he scores them. That's his speciality. It got given from the video referees. Look at that. And it means Hull Kingston Rovers have a little bit of breathing space. So in the last couple of moments, big movements in the top 6.
More bounce here.
That's awkward, and it's knocked back by Percival. It's caught by Dodd. It's finished by Knowles. And St Helens are the escapologists. They have found a way from being under the pump to maybe being back level again in just a few moments' time. Video referee needs to take another look at this. But it's a try on the field. How goes the inquiry? Let's hear from Ben Thaler.
So, we pause it on the foot. Everybody is onside, bar Whitley and Wellsby. So we're going on from here to make sure that they stay out of the 10. Everybody else is onside. There's nobody waiting for the ball. And at the point of the challenge, fine there, he is outside the 10. You can clearly see that because of the lines. Okay, I just need to go to the grounding. So camera 1 if we can. Nice and slow. Pause it there, thank you. I've now made my decision.
How quickly fortunes can change. Morgan Knowles, only his second try in the last 46 St Helens games that he's played. And his try is given. St Helens look down and out. And right now, my goodness, right back in it, it is Leigh who slumped. And how costly was that sin binning?
Well, it certainly was. You asked me before what that Makinson try does. Well, it gives them hope. It gives them belief. And with Bennison's kick, it gets them right back in this game.
Benison settles. Parity again as he puts it over. 12 points apiece. And with 18 minutes left to play, and with Leigh about to get their man back on the field, it is all to play for.
There was a high kick there from Lomax, and Moylan just allows it to bounce in front of him. The ball gets batted back. Dodd and Morgan Knowles pushing up through the centre of the field. And we're locked in here, 12-all. 18 minutes left in this contest.
Stay behind, boys, please. Tap the run.
Well, they have that sign, don't they? At the TW Stadium, never write off the Saints. But here we go. Leigh will have a reaction. Repletes again in just a moment with their 13. And that physicality returns here. And there ain't no yards to be earned from Noah Stevens on this occasion. The young man's dealt with.
No, but he rides it so well. Morgan Knowles tasked with taking over. And Ricky Latelli with 3 seconds left. What a costly sin binning that was.
So on comes Latelli. Leigh back at 13. And they need a counter punch. There's no one at dummy half. Well, Percival suddenly directed back in that position. Dodd collecting, offering a couple, puts it back to Lomax, who's looking for a 40-20 here. I don't think he's got distance or angle. He's not. Moylan catches it on the bounce. And Matautia's up there to make his contact count.
Oh, it's a good chase there from the right edge, led by Matautia. And we talked about scoreboard pressure earlier on when the Saints were down 12-0. You just wonder if the pressure's starting to get towards Leigh.
By the way, nobody has to go and win it from here.
Oh, penalty given away, Dave.
High shot. The draw at the moment suits both sides. Make sure Leigh are in the 6.
Yeah, but what does it do to the mindset here of the Leopards, who were winning 12-0 up, knowing that they had playoff football next week, and now they're staring down the barrel of a gun of a season-ending game?
Kick to touch gives Leigh position back again inside the St. Helens half. They've been hit with 2 big punches to the body. Can they return like for like? It's a nervous coach who can do little but look on.
Oh, it's gone through.
Fully through from Trout. Saints defenders rounding him up and pulling him down. Quick reaction from them. Little juggle from Amon. Sees them coming, looks for a different route, almost drags his way through. Batchelor drags hold and pulls him down. They're getting closer though, Leigh. It's with Lamb. Lamb steps back on the inside. Hounded. Batchelor again. Dragging him down. Ending his ambitions. Now it's Asiata. And they're 5 away within touching distance. And they've got 1 play. It's back with Trout. He's going nowhere. Swarmed by St. Helens defenders. And he's unhappy with the ending of that 6.
Yeah, perhaps just wanted a little bit more in that set. It was Owen Trout who started that set off with that break. Through the middle of the field, it looked far too easy. And it was his tackle there that ends it.
Oh, big carry out. It's getting close to being decisive, by the way, in the game at Hulkingston Rovers, because Joe Burgess has just scored on that right-hand side, and that gives OKR a 3-score lead. But back here, there's another twist, because St. Helens have knocked on, and Leigh are given prime position again.
Well, Sione Matautia comes up with another error. He's just fighting and just loses it there under pressure from Tom Amon. He just squeezes out. And this is a big opportunity here for Leigh. Back to full complement.
14 minutes to play. And there are still questions being asked as to who finishes where. Hulkingston Rovers easing towards completion of second spot. Warrington, they know they're going to finish 3rd now. But is there still hope for Catalan at the end of this evening? Or can Leigh find a way to find a way? It's back with Frankie Holton. Holton puts his back into it. Ipape up at dummy half. Trout's waiting on the inside. Flung back though to Asiata. Lamb gets it on again. Moylan quick hands, and Josh Charlie is over. What a moment for his team and for him. In the immediate context, Leigh are back in the lead, marching into the six, staying in the six. But it's also an historic moment for Charlie, because he now draws level with Danny Maguire in Super League's all-time scoring list. 247 and counting for him. Still behind Ryan Hall, but he's now joined second, and Saints have got big trouble to face again.
Well, Leigh Leopards back to 13, and inside of minutes of having them all back, they strike again. But it was all gifted from Metautia's error, coming out of yardage through the middle of the field, and they were able to execute. Johnny Lomax presses hard. The pass from Lamb just gets on the outside of Metautia, and Josh Charlie, what a moment for him, a moment that he's been waiting for. And he equals and goes second with Danny Maguire chasing down Ryan Hall, but more importantly for the Leopards, chasing a grand final. And one more week is still on the cards.
Well, if there was a script written, that was it, wasn't it, for Charlie? A moment of individual glory. As you can see, still 7 behind Ryan Hall, but you tip him to go past Maguire's total. Maybe this season, he's got another season to go. But equally, and probably more important, it's a try that gives his side the lead again, after they had been under so much pressure at the other end.
And again, it was the left edge, the shape, the timing, and the execution of it all there, and it was all class. And Moylan now.
Little smile on his lips as he strikes that ball. Listen for the cheers. No, they're not coming, because he's left it short, and again has left the door open just a little for St Helens. Trying a goal would put them back in the lead.
Yeah, momentum swings back in favour of the home side. Right edge for Saints. So many points had been leaked, but it was all about the attack.
Where's it going, Kyle? 11 minutes to go.
You would imagine, though, that this Leigh home team with the crowd behind them just may have enough.
All the issues elsewhere seem to have been resolved now above 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. It's all about the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th for what it matters. That's as it stands. Leigh carry on like this. Catalan have no hope. St Helens want to do something for themselves, and Catalan hope that they can do it for them as well. But at the moment, Leigh are just bossing the show. O'Brien. Skip from Hanley. Little leap of desperation from Leigh players who thought that might have been high. It's kicked downfield by Lachlan Lamb. Wellesby tracking across there. Got Metkinson for company, and Metkinson, scorer of that extraordinary try. There's a player down, George Delaney in back play.
Yeah, I think George Delaney feels that he was hit off the ball as he's going to apply kick pressure. Well, Liam Moore having none of it.
10 minutes to go. And even with 10 minutes of the regular season left, there are still questions. Salford Leigh next week, Warrington St Helens next week. But in this next pulsating 10 minutes or so, that could change again. Whitley. Here comes Dodd, in at dummy half. Who's got the heart? Lomax, putting it back to Wellesby. Matautia straightens things up at speed, but not for long, not for far. 1 to go, still inside their own half, so Dodd will hoist it high and hope. Spinning around. Moylan's underneath it. A little bit of a breath-holding moment for Leigh fans, but Moylan has taken it. And Leigh will be happy to have possession back again here.
Well, the countdown is on for the final 10 minutes. And St Helens have to throw everything, including the kitchen sink at Leigh now.
Lamb. It's McIntosh. St Helens know they do go again, that they do still have that grand final dream, but
well, they're going to have to do it from somewhere that's never been done before, Dave. And that's sat 6th. And that'll be the lowest finish in 29 years of Super League history if Saints do finish 6th.
There's a kick from Lachlan Lamb, just looking for that touchline, just holding it tight there, making it as difficult as possible for Saints to bring it clear and leave it back to his teammates. There's an anxious Sam Tompkins, hoping that St Helens can get themselves back in the lead here. But that doesn't help that hope, because the penalty goes Leigh's way.
Makinson just comes up with the error. The offload when the ball carrying arm hits the floor, and the tackle was called complete.
I wonder if this is the first time that Sam's cheered at St Helens on in his life. He's a Saints fan for the next 10 minutes.
Well, he's riding every emotion of it now. The penalty here, and you would imagine that Moylan would take a shot at goal, and he does. And that door that you mentioned, Dave, with Moylan's misconversion that was slightly ajar. His task with being firmly shut, with another minute chewed off this clock. Wellens and Matty Smith look on.
Matt Moylan settling himself down a little easier than his last attempt, which was further wide. Didn't have the distance last time. He had the angle, but not the distance. Hoping for better here. Settles to his task. This to give his side a 6-point lead. And the fans behind the sticks are celebrating well before the flags go up. Moylan makes it 3 out of 4 on the night, and Leigh make it 18 points to 12, and they are 6.5 minutes away from confirming a spot in the playoffs.
And they're also 6.5 minutes away, Dave, for finishing above Saints for the first time in 42 years. You have to go back to 1981-82 season when that happened.
Well, down to the coalface for Coach Wellens to see if he can direct things from there, closer to the action in his last few minutes. St Helens needs something special. Leigh just need to keep on what they've been doing. Driven in by Mulhern. What are those last-minute switches? And
there's a chance.
Oh, suddenly, Saints are given position. Clumsy hands again. This time from McIntosh, and Saints will have it. And they'll only be 12 metres out when this set of 6 starts.
Oh, this is a massive error. McIntosh just has a little glance, a little look at Bell and Delaney, and spills the ball 12 metres away from his own line. Adrian Lamb knows that that could be costly.
What price golden point extra time here?
Let's get it then, boys, please.
5 minutes to go.
Heads in tight.
St Helens know that this is a chance, an opportunity, and one they cannot squander. Time ticking away. Out it comes to Percival. Percival taking them on head first. Hanley makes the tackle, but there's 5 more of those to come. Bennison will pick it up now. Puts the right foot step up. Hits a solid object as he does so. Clark now, throwing it inside. Taken on by Lees. Lees with a muscular effort. 3 down, 3 to go. Clark stands and waits again. It's going to go back to Dodd. Dodd now throws it out. Wellesby onto Lomax. Lost the ball. Would have been knocked out of play, I think, anyway, even if he caught it. And Leigh survived that, and is that the moment that they confirm a top 6 place?
Well, Lomax goes right into the teeth. Latelli's there. But with 4.5 minutes left, I'm not too sure St Helens are going to get a better chance to take this game all the way.
Well, he's anxious, he's concerned. Leigh are quite happy to run down the clock. Warrington have beaten London 54 points to 0. So it looks like they're going to finish third, because Hulkingston Rovers with a healthy lead in their match against Leeds, who are going to miss out on the 6. One game to come tomorrow, but that might be meaningless in terms of the playoff positions.
I think both sides here have had the perfect preparation ahead of the playoffs. A bruising game.
O'Brien out to Holton, Frankie Holton. Leigh, the clock on their side, just happy to do the basics, but they've lost it again. Of all the players, it is dropped by Asiata, and St Helens have the chance to pick it up again. It's back to Bell. Bell now looking around. Ipape makes the tackle, but this is the error that may prove costly. Wellesby out to Lomax. Back to Matautia. Matautia heading for the corner, but 2 in his way. Makinson picks up. He's going to have go. Low and hard, like an Exocet missile, but he can't find a way underneath. Back to Lomax. Now it's with Parsi. Parsi tries to burst through. Leigh hold on. Still tackles in the bag, 2 of them. Dodd, Wellesby, quick hands, dropped, picked up, and it's going to be run clear by McIntosh. Doesn't matter whether he's going forwards, backwards or sideways. Just happy he's got the ball back. 2.5 minutes to go, the clock is stopped because of an injury.
Oh, Percival just couldn't take it in, the catch and pass from Wellesby. And McIntosh is able to get on the loose ball. And John Asiata now down in back play following his error. And the doctors are on. Time stopped. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of this game. It's still providing drama right to the very end.
Full time at Warrington, by the way, and they will have another home game, albeit in 3rd position. We'll start the playoffs next week. Big winners tonight against London.
Yeah, special mention for London as well. They've kind of defied odds, really. A spirited campaign from them.
Well, the knock on there, and is it his head hitting the ground?
I'm not too sure.
For the HIA.
It looks like it's his own hand, yeah. It's his own hand that hits his face. I'm not sure that's enough to keep him down.
Well, it'll be a concern because he's a key player, isn't he? Very much a key player, and they'll be eager for him to be available next week.
Yeah.
That he passes his HIA.
Well, Saints now need to front load every single ounce that they have in them and try and force a mistake. Well, for the Leopards, nothing fancy here. You just get through the set, kick the ball long and chase like you've never chased before.
Bell coming out quickly, trying to close down options and making sure that happens as he's followed by teammates. So Ipape again. Leigh just that nearly knocked the ball free. O'Donnell absolutely whacked, and eventually Ipape does kick it clear, but Benison will catch it.
Well, this is it.
This is it. 2 minutes to go. Probably last set of 6 for St Helens. One play already gone. Leigh are out hunting quickly off the line. Percival's got nowhere to go. So there's 4 more tackles for Leigh to make to confirm their place in the playoffs. Back it comes again. Parsi bustling his way forward. Clark It's going to take something very special for St Helens to get home from here. Lomax again. Wellesby to Matautia. Matautia is going no further. 2 plays to go. 2 plays for Saints to find a way through. Makinson put down. Suggests this is going high. It's coming out left. Bell puts it onto Lomax. Lomax back to Wellesby. Wellesby puts the kick to the corner. Moylan happy to bat it out. There's more to come. There's more to come. Drop out under the sticks. We'll give Saints one more go here.
Well, they'll use every single second of this 30 that they have on the shot clock. But it will give Saints possibly 2, maybe 3 more plays, Dave.
Stress levels are at an all-time high. There's an injury here as well, so it'll be a while before the dropout. But meantime, at Hull Kingston Rovers, they have confirmed second spot, 26-16. So they, like Wigan, will get the week off next week. As we know, Warrington are finishing 3rd. But who will they be playing next week? At the moment, it looks like St Helens. But there are 40 moments to go in which that story might change.
40 seconds left of what has been a pulsating game. Playoff intensity for sure.
Okay, boys, stay behind, discipline now, nothing down. Stay on side.
Everybody's ready for this last and final onslaught on that Leigh line from St Helens. They should get 4 or 5 plays here. Classy, just trying to knock the skittles over with his first drive. Clark stands and waits. Bell leaps as he takes the ball on. Leigh's now. 20 seconds and counting. Clark again. Bell again.
Oh.
That is it. They're celebrating, the Leigh fans, not just the knock-on. They're celebrating the fact that the road to Old Trafford has opened up for them tonight. They will fancy causing a few upsets in the next few weeks. Adrian Lamb, start of the season not great, end of the season fantastic, and the dream is alive for those Leopards fans.
Somehow along the way the Leopards have just found the momentum and have got it exactly right. They've taken it to the final game here at the Leigh Sport Village that sees Leigh Leopards overturn St Helens and book their place in the playoffs, Dave.
Well, St Helens still have a chance to fix things up next week against an in-form Warrington, and they at the moment are out of form. But Leigh have come at the playoffs with a charge, and they've confirmed their place in the 6. And who knows, the story might be going all the way. We shall see. Full time here, Leigh have won it by 18 points to 12.
Dave Kyle, thank you very much. Just a reminder, at round 16, the Leigh Leopards were stuck in 9th spot and 9 points outside the top 6. Well, they have clawed, scrapped, and battled their way back in, and we can now confirm they will be in the playoffs, and they will be in 5th spot with an away trip to Salford Red Devils. Their reward after beating St Helens here, who will finish the regular season in 6th and travel to take on Warrington in next week's elimination playoff games. Hull Kingston Rovers confirmed in 2nd.